Hey guys, Nate from 80/20 Drummer, and I'm back for day 2 of record a lesson a week for you guys, all from the standpoint of what would my getting videos out there for you look like if it were more painless for you and more painful for me. And over the last month or so, I've realized that one thing I've picked up over the years of doing this channel is the ability to present to you off the cuff, i.e. stuff I'm experienced at doing in clinics, and still hopefully weave it around to something coherent. So what that means is that at least twice a week, my goal is to suffer through some sort of live demonstration of what I'm practicing so that I can get content out to you guys and just not be as precious about it. I'm going to treat this more like a podcast. But the good news is that I've got a team behind me who will make this all look reasonably high touch, and all of the back end stuff like editing and publishing it for you, I now no longer have to deal with. So shout outs, Sean, Tyler, Jesse, Serjan, you're my boys. Ooh, ooh. So anyway, we're back today working on permutations of slow 7/4, and I just want to take you through a little looping exercise ladder that I did with this, literally verbatim. If you're interested in more of the foundational skills for the brushes, you can check out a couple of, just Google 80/20 Drummer brushes, and there are a few things. And then if you want to get really into depth, there are 3 or 4 chapters about this in the coaching course. It really is sort of the brush deep dive. So anyway, the upshot of this is I haven't practiced brushes for about 4 months because I've been focusing on so much gospel stuff and so much transcription. So I would think that the brush skills would deteriorate like crazy, right? It turns out wrong. It's a little like riding a bike. As long as you have most of the fundamentals, these skills I teach in the coaching course and elsewhere in my videos, then really you're just adding innovations on top of that. So you've got a framework you can always go back to and deploy. So really quickly, we're playing in slow 7/4. The tempo is about like this, 5, 6, 7. And the goal by the end of this ladder is to be able to get to things like 6, 7. And again, I'm doing these unedited takes for you, so you see every area where it's not perfect and everything I still have to work on. So very quickly, the progression ladder is like this. We start with the Ed Soph thing. We're going to do that over 7. Again, look for How to Really Play Brushes Part 1 to get the gist of what that is. Actually, I think it's How to Really Play Brushes Part 2 with my name. Not my name, 80/20 Drummer. So over 7, 5, 6, 7. Another variation of that is 5, 6, 7. Another variation of that is 5, 6, 7. So the next thing we're going to introduce is these And those of you who know my previous videos and my coaching course are familiar with these, but it's a I call it a trip diddle little. So what would that look like over this 7 architecture at slow swing? One thing might be this: 5, 6, 7. And let's put in one more variation of that that'll make it a little bit more smoother. They make it a little more smooth. So okay, so we're gonna do this: 5, 6, 7. So that little gesture is just the trip diddle little with a literally swing 8. So right? So again, over 7, that'll sound like this: 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I like to make a little tweak to the interpretation, as drum corps people would call it, of that trip diddle little, and we get this Eric Harland, Ari Honig, did I say Eric Harland already? Eric Harland, Ari Honig, Greg Hutchinson, Bill Stewart, modern brush ballad, what's the word? Embellishment. Ballad embellishment, which sounds like this. So instead of it just becomes so if we transform all of the embellishments we're doing over our 7 to those, it'll sound like this: 5, 6, 7. And you can vary it. You can do one trip diddle little and one ballad embellishment, so that like 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the last thing I like to throw in is after either the ballad embellishment or the trip diddle little, instead of, you can also do a, in other words, trip diddle little triple lit trip. So it doesn't much matter whether you put that on the hi-hat or the kick. So over our 7, 5, 6, 7. I didn't do that right. 5, I mean, I did something I like, but let me do what I actually told you I'm going to do. 5, 6, 7. Try one more time. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's all I'm going to give you to chew on today, but the result is that you can then be playing some kind of a slow swing, like And you can do those really crispy Greg Hutchinson, Eric Harland, Ari Honig, Bill Stewart style embellishments. And I think that one of the keys to playing slow is to think of it as feeling the big beat while you're playing fast. And I also have a video about that because I've been doing videos for years. So guys, I want to alert you to the fact that if you're watching this in July, there's probably 2 to 4 weeks before the price of the coaching course goes up. So if you're on the list already, you'll hear about how to get the coaching course after I've made a bunch of improvements to it before the price goes up by between $50 and $75. And I'll keep you alert to that. If you're not on my list, you definitely want to be. The coaching course is like 6 months of studying with me for, it was about the price of a lesson and a half. It's going up to around the price of 2 lessons, which I still think is a great deal. But to get on that list, just click on the link here. And as a bonus, I'll send you my free 3-video series, 3 videos that will make you better in 3 weeks, or your money. Hang on, you didn't give me any money. Shit, what do I do? Well, I guess then you don't have to keep watching them, but I've gotten rave reviews about them. It's super flattering, and it's all because I've taken your feedback and what's worked, helping you guys out, and continued putting that back into the videos until I Forrest Gumped my way into some videos that a lot of people have found helpful. Anyway, this is lesson of the bye week. How to play brushes, slow brushes over 7, Eric Harland, Greg Hutchinson style. I will see you again in another lesson of the I don't even know what to call it. Been real. Check you soon.